Why does the world keep restarting? What do you mean?
According to the National Geographic Society, they estimate that our world is 4.543 billion years old, and based on the information I gathered, around 2 million to 100,000 years ago, the first humans, the Homo erectus, lived or was seen here. And if we're talking biblical, there are many speculations about the exact time God created Adam on Earth.
Some say it's 50,000 years ago, some say 100,000 years ago, etc. And in the end, they're all just theories. Now, what's my main point? Have you ever thought, even once, that if our world is really billions of years old, are we the only people who lived and dwelled here? Could it be that every billion years, someone restarts our world?
If that's the case, were there people like us at the beginning, with the same intelligence as us, and then they were wiped out after 1 billion years, and new people were created, only to be wiped out again? And new people were created again until it reached our time. Do you think about what I'm thinking?
Comment down below.
So, in this video, I'll entertain you with what I want.
This happened so we could talk about it and discuss various things about whether our world really restarts.
And I'll put my disclaimer at the end of the video.
And if you're ready to get crazy with thoughts, let's begin. First off, this is the restart theory. The Urbano-Monti map was made in 1587.
And this map depicts the Arctic region of the world without any traces of snow or ice. And between South America and Antarctica, the map shows a mysterious land bridge.
This means that during those times, there was no North Pole or South Pole, or they hadn't frozen yet.
However, in the 16th century, Antarctica had not been discovered yet. Yes, it was only discovered in January 1820 by 2 Russian ships.
So, does this mean Antarctica was already frozen by 1800? And it's clear on Monti's map that Antarctica didn't exist back then. And here's the surprising part of his map.
He also depicted images of unicorns and other mysterious creatures like the manticore, genies, sea serpent, and dragons. His map is filled with fantasy creatures.
Many experts have said that the map combines science and imagination. But what if all of this is true? Does it mean that the world was different in the 16th century from our world today?
According to the fanatics of this theory, this event is true.
According to them, the world was reset because of unusual beings like aliens.
They say aliens wiped out humanity back then. They say they exterminated humanity, including unicorns and other animals.
And to truly eradicate the ancient civilization, the aliens also started the 2 world wars that devastated the lands of Europe and Asia.
And according to others, there is a powerful being that regularly resets the world. And in fact, there really is a true reset.
And it's in the Bible. God flooded the world and wiped it clean, and only his family restarted humanity.
And now many believe that a new reset is coming.
And now let's move on to the next topic. This is the Nephilim abductions, or the abduction of the Nephilim. This is not exactly stated in the Bible and is only based on the stories of scholars.
According to the Holy Book, the Nephilim are a loathsome race of giants. A group of angels called Watchers were sent by God to observe humanity.
They descended to earth to protect and watch, not to interfere.
But they interfered with human women. So, the result was the creation of abominations.
The Nephilim are the giant creatures produced by human women and the Watchers.
And because of this, God was furious and sent a global flood to the world. But what if the giants' race wasn't the Nephilim?
What if aliens married human women back then?
So, their children became aliens.
So, God was angry and wiped them all from the world. What do you think? And next on our list is the von Neumann probes. What if the lives of aliens are not what people think? Instead of green men with exotic faces, what if they actually look robotic? Von Neumann was a mathematician in the 20th century.
In 1948, he proposed an idea that alien life could be in the form of self-replicating machines.
And when he died in 1957, his concept was removed from the scientific community.
So, it became a theory among people that perhaps alien civilizations were robots that once lived on Earth. and these robots created more robots using raw materials from star systems.
This robot was named the von Neumann probes.
And according to the theory, a vast space has a large probe made of nanotechnology and artificial intelligence.
It travels to different star systems to reproduce themselves in a very human-like way.
They are also called androids.
And this idea has been embraced by modern scientists. Gregory Matlock from the New York College of Technology published a paper about it. He discussed how von Neumann probes are used to explore the galaxy by aliens.
He also said that the probe uses gravity to navigate the universe.
It utilizes the gravity of various stars and planets to roam freely in the universe.
And this technology has not yet been achieved by humans. So, it means that human technology is far behind alien technology.
And it's likely that you don't see them because they move at the speed of light.
And humans have not yet achieved this. So, they're not immediately visible, and there may also be aliens on Earth secretly controlling people.
However, next up are the interstellar objects. In 2017, something strange entered our solar system.
It was an interstellar object identified by Harvard professor Arnold.
This object was named Mu.
And they believe it was the first object to come close to our solar system.
But no one really knows what this object is.
It's like a large cigar moving through space at a distance of 21 million miles from Earth.
And it's 85 times farther than the moon from Earth, and it's estimated to be 300 to 3,000 feet long.
And it's also red in color and very peculiar.
And what surprised scientists even more is that it moves without using gravitation or acceleration. So, someone must be propelling it. Mu took a shortcut through the solar system, and then it suddenly disappeared. In 2019, scientists said it was just ordinary space debris.
However, many people still believe it's an alien spacecraft.
And just recently, the US military revealed something that surprised the scientific community. Scientists say that Mu is the first interstellar object to enter the solar system.
But the US Space Command sent a memo to NASA confirming that they also saw something similar to Mu in 2014.
Why did they say this? And why didn't NASA know about it? Surprisingly, they didn't even open it again and kept it a secret.
And now let's move on to the next one.
This is the strange hieroglyphics. The Temple of Heti is home to some unusual carvings by ancient Egyptians. This is one of the most historical sites in Abydos and was made for King
Seti I during the New Kingdom period. Seti ruled from 1294 BC to 1279 BC.
Seti, the son of Ramesses II, was a renowned leader.
Seti was known for his mining expeditions and bringing wealth to Egypt, all while building the Great Temple. He began the Abydos complex, which his son completed.
Abydos became a sacred city because of its hundreds of tombs and dozens of sanctuaries.
Inside Seti's temple are some parts of the walls covered with unusual hieroglyphics.
These show airplanes, helicopters, submarines, and what looks like a spaceship.
And FYI, there were no vehicles like these back then.
According to urologists,
these hieroglyphics represent modern technology.
And the spaceship carved there is likely to have contacted extraterrestrial entities. But modern scientists disagree.
They say these are just normal hieroglyphics. They also translated the scientific texts written on the walls, and it says they're about repelling 9 enemies of Egypt.
But their perception changed, and it now means we will protect Egypt and expel all other countries. And modern scientists also say that the spaceships on the walls were just fantasies of ancient Egyptians. But not really. What do you think? Do you believe they had contact with aliens? Comment down below.
And now let's move on to the next topic. Nibiru and the Anunnaki.
In 2012, there was widespread panic because of the Mayans' doomsday prediction.
They believed the world would end because the Mayan calendar was supposed to end in December 2012. So some thought it would end the world.
They said the secret planet theory, Nibiru, would crash into Earth and destroy the entire world. But until now, we know that this doomsday has not happened yet. However, according to the book written by Zecharia Sitchin of the Mayan civilization, they were great astronomers, and supposedly, they were great because they worshipped a group of aliens called the Anunnaki, who lived on the theory of the Nibiru planet. According to Zecharia, Nibiru orbits the Sun every 3,600 years.
And it orbits counterclockwise around the Sun, so it was expected to crash into Earth in 2012.
According to Zecharia,
in the 1970s, he wrote in his book how the Anunnaki came to Earth. And according to him, the Anunnaki gave wisdom to humans.
And yes, according to him, Aliens evolved monkeys into humans over time, and the Anunnaki left Earth when humans had wisdom and intelligence. And now let's move on to the second to the last, the starseeds. Zechariah wrote again, and this time it's his book about the 12th planet in 1976.
And in the same year, Brad Steger also wrote a book about aliens.
According to Zechariah, aliens live on Nibiru, but according to Brad, the aliens live on Earth itself. He introduced the idea of starseeds, where people come from other dimensions and reincarnate as humans.
So, it means they were once aliens reincarnated as humans, and many people believe in this.
And the idea of it became even more popular when someone explained it on TikTok. But what are starseeds? Starseeds died on another planet and were born on another planet. And you supposedly have the ability to travel to other planets through meditation. And you know more about the truth when you focus on your spiritual abilities.
And for now, scientists still can't explain whether reincarnation is true.
What do you think? And lastly, let's discuss whether aliens killed the dinosaurs.
According to science, 65 million years ago, an asteroid crashed into the world, killing the dinosaurs. They call it the KT extinction event. It crashed in Mexico, and its crater can still be seen there.
But not all dinosaurs in the world died then, as some survived, like crocodiles and fish.
So according to some theories, it wasn't an asteroid that killed the dinosaurs, but rather volcanic eruptions.
It released a lot of greenhouse gases and warmed the atmosphere, and others say that ET dropped a nuclear weapon on Earth, killing the dinosaurs. And this is true because they found iridium in dinosaur fossils, and iridium is a component of nuclear bombs, and they found it in dinosaur remains. And there's always radioactivity in dinosaur bones, so maybe they died from nuclear bombs. They know everything.
But for me, I can only say one thing. All of these are just fantasying of scientists and people, because in truth, only God Almighty created everything.
He is the beginning, and He is also the end. He is the Alpha and the Omega.
That's all, and thank you very much.